Yeah, let's go. Hey folks, today is Tuesday, June 25th, 5:48 p.m. My name is James, and let's take a look and see what's going on here. Basically, we're getting exactly what I thought we'd get, downside action. I think the market is just waiting for this G20 stuff. Obviously, we've hit a resistance point as well, but there's so much, uncertainty because of the China trade stuff and the tariffs. And I've said before in these videos that that's what seems to be controlling the market almost. When we get good news, the market can go up. When we get bad news, the market goes down. So the whole thing is waiting for that to be resolved, or at least to get some positive news or negative news to determine what direction we're going. So for now, we're selling down. I'm not going to go through the rest because it all looks the same. Everything's selling down. And this list is probably going to get cleared out here in a minute. Probably after this video, I'm just going to eliminate a whole ton of stuff. I'm going to go through it as quickly as I can because it's all bad, most of it. So SAM actually moved pretty well. It was up almost 16 bucks at one point. Popped out of there. Volume was really good. That one looks good actually. And you'll see a lot of these kind of food and drink related kind of things. I've got a couple others. CNC broke through the lower line. That one's going to get removed. AZPN broke through the lower line. I'm going to remove that one. SAIC did not. You can see it's still kind of in there. I'm going to hang on to that one for at least another day or two. Trade desk just continues to move lower. Going to need more time. PEGA is touching the lower line. My guess is it breaks down through it tomorrow or the next day. AVLR starting to move towards the lower line. Might sell off and undercut it. We'll see what happens there. Tandem undercut the lower line. So some of these that break these lower lines are potential shorts. I don't like to short. I still don't think it's an environment to actually start shorting things for very long. You might get a day or two move. You might get 3 days. But I would not be holding that stuff for very long. So short at your own risk. I wouldn't recommend it. Carvana undercut the lower line. Cyber still looking weak. This guy's actually holding up pretty well. That's a nice symmetrical triangle, sort of a pennant. Still in there. NetES starting to dip lower. That's still in the pattern though. I'll still hang on to that one. ANET, same thing, starting to move lower with the rest of the market. Still within its pattern though. Shopify got devastated. Look at that. Yikes. Huge volume. Done. I'll probably remove it. And then, when I do my normal reviews, I'll end up seeing it. And that's going to take, I don't know, weeks and weeks to rebuild something. ASML dipping back below the lower line. Although Micron announced earnings tonight and they were actually really good. This is a chip, or at least in the chip space. We'll have to see if that has any positive effect on that one. Netflix looked good yesterday. Bit of a lower close, but then just sold off today. I would be out of there. If it was doing that today and you were in it, I would have just gotten out of there today. This guy's still within its falling wedge kind of bull flag kind of pattern. So I'll hang on to that one. That one is done. Funko, I would sell. INCY actually held up really good. So I'll hang on to that one a little bit longer. That looks really good. Columbia, done. Docs, I would probably sell this. If you did happen to buy this one, just get out. It's going to probably most likely go through that lower line or go through the line, the breakout point. Mongo, I took the lines off here. I'll probably take it out. And then if it happens to build something new, we'll find it again. Yandex, I mentioned yesterday selling this. There's a good reason why. ZS, moving lower. This guy, if you're in it, I would just get out at this point. Everything's getting weaker. Again, I don't think the whole market's going to just sell off, but we're in that period where we kind of hit that resistance again, and now the weakness is showing up again. And we've got the G20 coming up with the unknowns about the China trade stuff. If something changes, the whole market could again just suddenly, change directions. It's not happening right now though, and there's, the trends are being broken basically right now. So Lulu, I would have been out of there. Now I'd sell it. Chegg, that thing is done. Broke the line there. Coupa starting to sell down. Bail on it. OLED, I thought this guy was actually gonna hold up. Didn't. Selling short up. So if I was in there, and I think I said yesterday, if it breaks the 21 day, I would get out. You should be out of there. Match popped yesterday, sold off today. I would just get out of there at that point if you're in it. And here's a couple that I've added in that don't look so bad, because actually in all of this downside and sort of sideways downside selling, food seems to be getting some support and some buying. So Chipotle was up $9 and now it's got a bull flag. So maybe that's going to be one area that's going to move even though the market's pulling back. And then I added McDonald's only because it's kind of related to Chipotle and it has an ascending triangle on it. So those are two possibilities, Chipotle and McDonald's. And then of course Sam and INCY. That's probably about all that's going to be in my list starting tomorrow. There might be a couple others, but yeah, I'll be going through this and clearing it out. So be careful. I would recommend selling a lot of this stuff. If you have any profits on them, take them, or you should have taken them already. And we'll just wait and see what happens with the G20 and the tariffs, and heading also into July, where we'll start heading towards earnings reports again. So wait and see mode, stay in cash. See you next time.